Hi, I'm Valentina. Welcome to my channel. In this video I'll show you how to can the beets. This is one really excellent and very delicious salad. It goes with a lot of different dishes and you will definitely like it. You have to give a try to this recipe. If you are new to canning, this is something that I would suggest to try first because it's really simple to can the beets and you will definitely love it. It's so easy, so you have to try it. It is really very thankful to can the beets because even if you for some reason don't do it when it's time for canning all the vegetables, you can always do it later in winter time, even in spring. Whenever you find really good beets, it's time for canning the beets. First, of course, wash the beets. Remove all the dirt that is on them. The cooking of the beet itself, it depends, it varies on the size of the beet. If a beet is really a small one, it can take from 10 to 15 minutes. If it's a bigger one, of course, it will take a longer time to cook the beets. It is really important that you can cover all the beets with water so they will be cooked well. Once you can insert a fork in a beet and you reach the center of the beet, then it's cooked. Put them in a bowl to cool down enough so you can handle them without burning your hands. For the brine, we will need 2 liters of water, 200 milliliters of wine vinegar, 200 grams of sugar, 2 spoons of salt and 1 spoon of cumin. Put this to boil while you are cutting the beets, so you will save some time. Peel the beets. Remove all the skin and the hard top and bottom, then slice it thin. It is really good to prepare the jars in advance, before you start preparing the vegetables. Be sure that you sterilize the jars and the lids too. Everything has to be clean and spotless. If you like the beet slices with nice wavy pattern, you can use a serrated knife. Try out different knives with tooth-like edges because each toothed knife will leave its own pattern on the beet slice. Find the one that leaves the nicest trace and that is the easier to cut with. Fill the jars with cutted beet slices. Meanwhile, our brine is cooked, it is done and it is really hot. It has to be hot, don't let it cool down. To avoid the jar breaking, it is very useful to put the jars in a baking dish filled with hot water. This will help the jars adjust to the hot brine and hopefully we will avoid any jar breaking. One more good measurement of caution in avoiding the jar breaking is to slowly pour the hot brine in jars. First pour only a little bit in each jar, then come back to the first jar and fill it completely. Do the same with all jars. One more very useful tip. Once all the jars are filled, take a paper towel and carefully, not to burn yourself, clean the outer edges of each jar. This will remove any piece of beet or smudge that might be there and help to avoid spoiling the canning. I'll show you my absolute favorite way of sterilizing. All you have to do is to put all the jars in a cold oven, then turn on the heat to 210 Celsius, that is 410 Fahrenheit, and wait for the oven to reach the temperature. Once it gets to the desired temperature, simply turn off the oven and leave the jars inside overnight until the oven completely cools down. So simple and such a great technique. Once the jars are cooled down, put them on the shelves and that's it. And there you have your pickled beets. I hope you like this video. And if you are new to my channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the like button and of course share this recipe with others so others can try it and also enjoy this wonderful salad. Bye!